What if I told you that everything in the world was just vibrating energy? Well, that is what we're going to talk about today, the law of vibration. And the law of vibration is controlling everything in the world, and it's an essential thing to know about. It'll change your life if you understand it, and that's what I'm going to help you do today. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Ivor Churchill. I've spent the last 10 years figuring out how my mind works so that I can transform my life, and that is what I help people do now. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Number one is everything is in motion. So I've drawn a whole bunch of dots there, meaning that everything is vibrating atoms. Everything is in motion constantly. Nothing is staying the same. And one thing I think as humans we like is consistency. We like things to stability, to stay the same. But the truth of the world and the universe is nothing is staying the same. The only true thing that we can be sure is true is nothing is staying the same. Everything is changing, everything is evolving, and that means that we are just a bunch of atoms constantly moving around. Everything is atoms, from metal to water to air. So what this means is that if we embrace this, if we understand this, then we understand that everything is just moving energy. Everything is just atoms moving around. And yeah, that's the first thing you have to understand. Like, we have to stop seeing the world as just static, solid objects and see them more as energy, just vibrating at different frequencies. Number two is different rates of vibration. So, as I said, everything is at different rates of vibration. So we've got, for example, air, which is vibrating at a high frequency. And then we got all the way down to stone or metal, which is a very, very slow vibration, right? So that's really all reality is, just different states of vibrating atoms and molecules. So that's number two. And number three, vibration determines manifestation. So what this means is that the vibration we are at as human beings creates or manifests what we either want or don't want in the world. Basically, whatever state we are in, we will manifest something related to that. So if we are very angry, we will manifest probably bad situations, right? If we are very happy, we'll manifest good situations. If we are very calm and peaceful, things will be manifested, right? So that's the point with the law of vibration. Whatever state, vibrational state your body is in, is what you will manifest, okay? So really important to keep that in mind, that your thoughts and your beliefs and your emotions are affecting the vibrational state of your body. So you always have to keep that in mind. You always have to think, am I at a state of vibration that I want to be at? Is this a vibrational state that I want to create things in the world with? And if it's not, then change your thinking, change your beliefs, change your emotions, and change your actions as well. So that is number three. Number four, thoughts are vibrational frequencies. So I've talked a lot about thoughts on this channel, but thoughts are also vibrational frequencies. They're also energy. And I've talked a lot about how to change your thoughts, how you can create your thoughts every day to match the things you want to create in your life, things you want to manifest, right? So if thoughts are vibrations and vibration, everything is vibrating at a different frequency, what we think will vibrate, it will harmonize with what we want. Same way that when we start thinking a certain way, our whole body starts vibrating on that frequency, and then we start becoming in tune with that frequency in the world, in reality. So that is how thoughts are frequencies, and we need to control our thoughts. So number 5, emotions carry frequencies. So I've drawn the symbol for the Hertz frequency chart. If you don't know the Hertz frequency chart, you can just Google it. It's basically a chart that just shows you the different frequencies of emotions. And if you look at it, the lower frequencies, greed, hate, anger, they're all at the bottom. And the higher ones, love, acceptance, gratitude, they're all at the highest level. They're all at the most enlightened level. And if you think about society is generally at a lower frequency. Just think about newspapers, media. It's mostly fear, anger, all these lower emotions like hatred, jealousy. It's all stoking up these emotions. And the reason that the media companies do that is because most people are on that frequency, and most people resonate with that frequency. They like it. They're addicted to it. Negative emotions are very addictive. You can get stuck in them, and you can become totally obsessed by them. So what we need to do is raise our emotional frequency. And when we start to do that through thinking differently, through visualization, through changing our beliefs, we start to change our frequency to a higher one. We start to have more higher level emotions. And as we do that, we start to harmonize with the world's frequency on the same level, right? So you'll start to attract people at that level. You'll start to be more interesting to people. You'll start to be repelled, or you will repel the old people you used to hang around with, the old negative circle you were in. You will be no longer in harmony with it. So that is number 5. Number 6, vibration works with polarity. So what this means is basically polarity means that everything has an opposite. And everything is on a spectrum. So you're not an angry person or a loving person. You are just on one side of that spectrum. They are both connected. So what it means is if we are in a very angry vibrational state, we're thinking angry thoughts, we're feeling angry, we are thinking of taking angry actions, like saying angry words. What we can do is we can transmute that with the power of polarity. So we can understand that this is the opposite, this is one side of the spectrum. And just by deciding to do it, by thinking, I am going to change my thoughts to the opposite side, we can transform, we can transmute one side to the other. So if you are, for example, in a very low vibrational state, you're very angry, or let's say fearful, right? Because, we all experience fear from time to time, or anxiety. You could transmute that into courage and confidence and certainty. You just decide to think courageous and confident thoughts. Okay, so number 7, the body reflects your vibration. So as with the mind being healthy and in a good vibrational state, the body, its health reflects your vibrational state. So if you know people who are very angry, we know, for example, anger is incredibly bad for your health. If people are really angry all the time, they have high blood pressure. They have lots of health problems because this toxic emotion is changing the vibrational state of the whole body, every atom in the body. And there are incredible experiments. You can Google this. You can search on YouTube. There's a Japanese scientist who did an experiment with rice in glasses, in a beaker. He put rice and water in 3 glasses. And he said, I love you. No, he said, thank you to one of them. You're an idiot to the second one. And he ignored the third one. And the one he said, thank you, or I think it was thank you, after 30 days, it was like fermenting, and it was sort of healthy. The one he said, you're an idiot, it was moldy. And then the one that he said he ignored, it started rotting. So the point of the story is, your thoughts and your emotions, your thoughts and your beliefs are affecting the biochemistry of your whole body. The words we say in our mind, the thoughts we have, they have a very powerful effect. So if you want a healthy body, choose healthy thoughts, and your body will vibrate at the right frequency, at a healthy frequency. Number 8, environment mirrors inner vibration. So what this means is, as I was saying earlier, as you start to change your thoughts and your beliefs, and you start to change your paradigm, you will start to affect your environment. You will start to vibrate at a different frequency, and you will harmonize with that frequency. So this is what they call the law of attraction. The law of attraction isn't actually a Hermetic law. It was, I think, just made up as a New Age law. But the real law is the law of vibration. And so the law of attraction is just a kind of way of saying, when you use the law of vibration, you become in harmony with what you want. And then you start to see that everywhere, and you start to attract it. So it'll happen with people. It'll happen with opportunities. It will happen with, you'll no longer be in harmony with a lower situation you were in your life. You'll just be, naturally drawn away from it. So that's a huge, huge one. And number 9, lastly, mastery of vibration equals conscious creation. So if we can master the law of vibration, if we can master our state, our vibrational state, and by doing that, we have to also master our whole paradigm. We have to understand completely how the mind works, how thoughts work, how beliefs work, how visualization works, how self-hypnosis and other suggestive techniques work, how to communicate with your subconscious mind, how it works. If we can master that and we can control our vibration, then we can consciously create our reality. We can create whatever reality we want, because if everything is energy and we learn to control energy, then we control reality. So that's all for today. I'll leave it there. If you enjoyed this, consider giving the video a like and maybe subscribing to this channel. And If you want more, I've got a free group you can join. And also there's a link to have a chat with me if you'd like to discuss mind mastery. Have a great day. Bye.